What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Today we're doing another Rob Reacts, and I've got my homie here, David Gavri with Realty One Group. We're gonna react to some stuff. What do you say, David?
Yes, thanks for having me, Rob. Hey,
Yeah.
everybody, thanks for watching. We're gonna be talking about the Las Vegas MSG Sphere. I am super nerding out about the Sphere. I think it's like a crazy, interesting technological marvel. Can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, me too. I think it's awesome. I think it's super amazing that it's in Vegas. I just have the hardest time saying Sphere. Sphere.
Schmear?
Sphere. All right, folks, catch the rest of this on the other side. Okay, this guy.
Everybody. This is just a nice message to everybody who went to Las Vegas to watch the amazing U2
Yeah.
in the Sphere.
Yeah.
We know, all right, stop posting, we seen you, all right, oh, whoop-de-doo, you went to fucking Vegas to see U2 in the Sphere. Well, I'm very sorry we weren't all there. Oh, you won't believe who was there. Yeah, we know who was there. But you won't stop fucking posting about it. It's just a big ball covered in screens. You didn't go to Mars to see U2.
That kind of looked like Mars.
It's just a Sphere in Vegas, and we're sorry we couldn't all go. Fucking posting about the Sphere.
Well, we're going to post about the Sphere.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. All right. So that guy is clearly, he's probably in the UK, right? And he's probably seeing all his friends who came out to the U2 concert because, you know, they're a UK band and they couldn't wait to come to Vegas to see him in the Sphere, the Sphere.
Low-key, a little bit jealous, probably.
Yeah.
You know, but also, I get
too,
it. It's
though.
a lot of Sphere posts.
Yeah.
And myself included, I've been doing a lot of Sphere posts. It's
Yeah.
just, it's fun. Like, why are we so into lights? Like, we're like insects. We're attracted by the lights. The big giant ball of light. Oh, let's all flock to it. Let's take pictures of it. Let's take selfies next to it. So I get his frustration.
I do have a little thing about, like, you know, we're in this world where we're caught between, I want to enjoy the crap out of this, right? But I also want to take video of this.
Yeah.
You know?
How do you enjoy and capture at the same time?
But really, what's my little video on my cell phone gonna do for this? Nobody's really, and who's gonna really? And hey David, let me show you this.
Right.
Oh yeah, I really want to see. No, hey, but let's, you know what? Because this is a reaction video, let's react to some of the video that we do see out here. I've got some stuff pulled up. So let's react to what we see here, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what the Sphere is. The Sphere. I can't say it right.
You're making me want bagels and schmear right now, Rob.
Yeah. All right, let's check it out. Let's go to, what do you say? Well, let's do some shorts.
Oh my God, that one looks nuts.
Yeah, let's look at some shorts here. This guy's on
trance.
drugs.
I'm already in a trance.
Yeah, he was. He's on drugs.
Honestly, you don't even need to be on drugs. Just being there makes you feel like you're on drugs.
I think that's the point. Yeah. See, I can't.
Speaking as someone who's in their mid-30s.
Yeah, I don't do drugs. I'm late 40s, but this makes me feel like I'm on drugs. Yeah.
It's moving. I feel like it feels like when you're watching those VR, when you're like on a roller coaster, like you can feel your stomach drop, even though it's just watching a screen.
Yeah, wicked. Let's check this one out.
Oh God, what's gonna happen here? I feel like it's gonna start off calm and it's just gonna kill us.
I saw this. This was ridiculous. What's he gonna do?
I feel like I'm on a ride.
And U2 is pretty awesome, right? That's not a bad choice to have a...
Totally. They're always there on like the ground level of like these giant spectacles. Like they always seem to be there.
You know, they got their career kind of like blew up when they came to Vegas.
Wow.
Joshua Tree album, they were already kind of getting big, but when they did the Joshua Tree album, they went to, whoa, hold on, I'll finish what I'm saying. Holy Sistine Chapel, what are we doing here?
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay, so you feel like you're on drugs, but imagine if you were. this would do it, right?
But what's also crazy is that like they had to build another like replica of the Sphere in California. That's like their headquarters.
Okay.
And they had to also build special cameras just to make this stuff.
Just to like test it all out.
Yeah, because like no one's ever done a screen this big. It's like the biggest LED screen in the world, wrapping around the inside of the Sphere. They'd have special cameras, special filmmakers. Like it's a whole production. There I go, nerding out again about the
well, I'm going to let you nerd out because you actually know a hell of a lot more about it than I do. But let's keep one. I just want to say this because you two came to Las Vegas and played downtown on top of a rooftop.
Wow.
Back in the day when they put out the Joshua, and I think there was a video that was actually part of that, but they actually did it as an event, and then I think they made a full one of the songs. I can't remember which song was a video. Let us know which song. Remind me which song that was.
Yeah, they're the most spectacle band out there in terms of like they're always attached to a giant spectacle. Like I'll be honest, I'm not even like necessarily like a big U2 fan, but I know them because they're always part of something big.
Yeah, they know how to do it. If I loved U2, I'd say I love U2.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, what a simple name.
Yeah.
A letter and a number.
Yeah. Pretty smart. All right.
Easy to spell.
Let's see what the news broadcast here had to say about it. This is somewhere else, ABC 7. I'm not sure where that's from.
That actually...
Whoa!
I want to say Darren Aronofsky is also doing some kind of like IMAX production, like as a movie.
Look at that. The $2.3 billion venue is being billed as the entertainment venue of the future.
Yeah, I would say it is.
It's just behind the Venetian Resort, covered inside and out.
So I got to talk about this. So we would agree, and we haven't even been to it yet, but we would agree this is the entertainment venue of the future. But I want to talk about the entertainment venue of the past. That was Las Vegas. The original Sphere was the Omnimax. The Omnimax, that's what it was. It was at Caesar's Palace, and I've been here all my life, right? So I went there several times. I can't remember how many times, but I actually had a school field trip there once to go watch
That's how you know you grew up in Las Vegas. You take his field trips to Caesar's Palace.
Yep, I could tell you about many cool, weird field trips that we took.
Hey kids, go look at the Sphere while we go over the slot machines.
Yeah. So
was this before the Caesar's Palace fountain? Wasn't there like a giant fountain that you even jumped over?
That was a different area. Where that was at. So I don't know the time frame. I think it was there when he did his jump, but I could be wrong. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody out there knows Las Vegas better than me and will tell us. But when you went in that, it was a big round room
dome.
Yeah, and the film would be on the ceiling and all around you. So back in the 80s when that was around, and I think I don't know if it was torn down in the 90s or what, but maybe it made it to the 2000s. But it was the coolest thing ever back then. And you'd kind of walk in, you'd take your seat, and you'd be able to see everything. And I do recall people being like, my neck,
Back when like going to the planetarium was like a big deal. It's like, we're gonna do something even bigger. It kind of makes me think how long they've been planning something like the Sphere that is today. I mean, it took them, they started building it in 2018, but what about the planning before that? How many years? And I'm sure it stems from that Caesar's Palace Omniplex dome that you're talking about, where they're like, how can we take this to an even more grand level?
Absolutely. And the reason why the Omnimax didn't last was because that it really, it was dated. It couldn't be anything better than it was without, massive upgrades. And I think at the time was what actually took over that space. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong about this again. Hopefully somebody helps. But I think what took over that space was the forum shops. That they built out the forum shops there.
Nothing beats them all.
Yeah. So anyway, that might have been what happened, but yeah. So
fascinating.
Tell us what you know about the Sphere and what they put into this doggy.
Oh man, I mean, it's covered in over 1 million LED lights, which is insane already. And then they had to use. I was reading an article about this. The world's 4th largest crane from Belgium. But how do you get a crane that's the 4th largest crane from Belgium to Vegas? First, you have to break it up into a lot of pieces, and then you have to ship those pieces across the Atlantic. And then after that, you have to have a fleet of hundreds of 18-wheelers then driving those pieces to Las Vegas. It took them like a month just to build the crane that was used to build the Sphere.
Wow.
And then, you know, once the crane was on the north side of the building and they're like, oh, we have to switch the crane to the south side of the building. It took them like 3 days just to move this thing. So just from like, I mean, I don't know, anyone who can appreciate building and how they did that, and like remember that show from like the Discovery Channel, like how it's made or how whatever, like just random, like how did they build that? Like that kind of thing sticks out to me. And then on top of having like the world's most giant IMAX screens inside, and they're doing like the 4D technology to where they're gonna have like wind and like your chairs are gonna shake. They're gonna have like temperature fluctuations,
so sight, sound, smells,
everything,
feel,
all of it, all of your senses. Like this reaction is just us watching the video, but actually being inside there, like smells and like whatever they can, like every sense that they can appeal to, they're going to. Yeah, and it's gonna feel like you're there, which I don't know, kind of freaks me out.
Yeah, you were saying your buddy was like, man, I don't know if I can handle this. Right?
Yeah, he's like, hey, I just want to see a concert, man. I don't know if I would have had my chair shaking while I'm there, but I mean, it's I don't know. I'm sure they thought about the safety aspects of it too.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to dial it so far up to where people are going to be, you know, having panic attacks or anything, but it's going to be a spectacle. But that's Vegas, right? All of Vegas is spectacle. Yeah. Everything in this city is spectacle.
That's so, you know, just I'll piggyback off of that because my life has always been about Vegas and its toys. You know, yes. Vegas Strip gets its toys, folks. And this is what I say, you know, people are, you know, all right. So it just gets into a little bit of something serious because people are always like, oh, you know, they're creating this 1% hotel room tax to fund the Raider Stadium or something, you know. And it's like, yeah, the Strip is what made Vegas survive, and they get their toys, okay? I know.
They get their toys.
I know, and you may disagree with me because you're going, well, Rob, they should be putting this money into education. And yeah, I think our education needs help out here. It's not as if I think that, you know, we shouldn't be doing anything there. But you have to live in reality, and you have to ask yourself, what are they going to be willing to do? And also, what do they already commit to as far as taxes and things like that? It's not like they don't get away with not paying some of that stuff. They agreed to that 1% tax. So in this case, of course, this is another company that comes in and builds this another Vegas toy. In this case, no city money went to this other than potentially the roadways that had to, you know, because I was actually down there that night. And it was a mess over in that area to get in and out.
Also because of Formula One, right?
Yeah,
which is another toy that Vegas
Exactly. So Vegas gets its toys. If you're living here, folks, you're going to have to get used to that fact and then find other ways because the toys are bringing in revenue. They're doing a lot of great things for the city, and we have to put the pressure on to make sure that we're getting the other things that we need as a city, which is very, very important. It can all work together. You just have to make sure you understand what helps make it work. And it's like taking, you know, telling New York it can't have whatever it wants in Manhattan. You know what I mean?
It's going to get it.
Manhattan gets what it wants.
It's what brings people in. Yeah. I mean, Vegas has to constantly reinvent and renovate and figure out how do we get more people here? I mean, that area where the Sphere is built was kind of, I wouldn't say a dead area, but it's definitely slower. You're talking about like the Fountain Blue.
It's not right on the Strip.
Fountain Blue is opening up next to it. Like you've got the convention area nearby. I don't think slow is the word. Maybe more of a quiet area compared to the center strip area. Yeah.
It's off strip. So anything off strip has the potential for failure unless it's a major attraction. And this is a major attraction.
And now property values all around it have gone up. I mean, like the dinky little Holiday Inn next to it probably raised their room prices.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the condos and everything nearby. So, you know, it is what it is. This is how it's always been in this town. How do we make it bigger and better and more shiny?
Yeah, that's what's going to continue. So, you know, expect more of that. But I really think that it's just amazing that we keep getting these awesome things. So
it's fun, right?
I have, and just to bring, it's fun and it's real too. It's real good stuff for the city. So I would just loop this back around and just say that I have friends that worked on this project for a couple of years, some of them, And they told me, you know, there's 300,000 speakers inside that they had to go in there and wire and put together, you know, and just on the outside, there's a bunch of speakers too. There's like 100 and something thousand. I mean, there's tons and tons that went into this, and the people that live here and work for the companies that built it, they all get to thrive. And of course, that project is temporary. It's only going to last for so long. But then we do other things, and that's the way it works.
There'll be another one. Yeah, it's just what's the next? Ooh, what comes next?
The Vegas has never really been that really sentimental place where, you know, and Vegas is developing culture. This is the first time in my life I can say that. In the last several years, I can say Vegas has been developing culture. It's almost like, even if you look back to some rough stuff like October 1st, you know, when we had the shooting here, the town grew up. You know, and every great city has had great tragedy. And that's the way I looked at that suddenly anybody who was here, we now had something to Vegas strong, you know, to get around. And so, you know, I'm kind of taking this off into an offshoot. Maybe not all the reaction video that you would normally get here, but just some thoughts on Vegas and what I think has been important to give us culture, and also to continue to grow the city in a way that, well, I just think it's so Vegas and only Vegas.
100%. And it's going to be interesting because everything about Vegas is how do we top what we just did.
Yeah.
When Allegiant Stadium was built, it was like, wow, the Allegiant Stadium, the football stadium. The Sphere cost more than the Allegiant Stadium. Like, it totally, like, the stadium's forgotten about. The Raiders, who? Like, we've forgotten all about them. So there will be a day where one day, our buddy on the first video we watched where he's mad about the Sphere post, there'll be a day where no one will be posting about the Sphere anymore because the new, I don't know, cube will be built. Or whatever they're going to have. Which supposedly they're building another Sphere in London. I don't know how true that is, but this is like the first of many spheres that they want to build all around the world as an entertainment venue. Yeah. But Vegas will always figure out what the next big thing is going to be, and it's always going to be the biggest thing that it's done. So let's celebrate the Sphere. Let's marvel in it for now. And I'll be waiting for the next big thing. Yeah. Hey, if you're coming to Las Vegas, these are the things that we think we can offer you our thoughts on, and help you understand a little bit of what's, you know, is the culture, the non-culture, if you will, the non-nostalgic culture that Vegas has had. There are some things, though, that, and I will touch on them in new videos, that are nostalgia, that are going to be here to stay, sort of more traditional city values where you're like, that building we can't tear down, we're going to do something with it. For example, like the Hunter's Theater, that's going to be one that's going to be coming around, but other places too. But for the most part, you can expect in Vegas, we'll take out the old, bring in the new. Rob, you're the Rockstar Rob here, so who is the band that you would want to see most in the Sphere? Boy, I tell you, oh God, there's so many. I mean, I'd love to see Pink Floyd. That would be a good Sphere production. Yeah. Because Pink Floyd on, like, even if you watch Roger Waters' show on its own, he does a great job. But I'd love to see Pink Floyd with Roger Waters somehow pull it together. I mean, there's a lot, but that's the first band that comes to my mind. Yeah, for me, first that comes to my mind for whatever reason is Metallica. I feel like they would knock it out the park in that place. I'm not even like a huge Metallica fan, but I have lately. I've got my buddy Ted. Maybe he watches this. Ted, if you're out there, what's up, man? He's taken me to a couple of the theater stuff that Metallica's done. Okay. They put out these stuff in the theater when they're putting out a new album, or they just did a concert that they live streamed to a theater that we went to, and I appreciate Metallica more than ever. Because the guys are hitting 60 and they just put out an album that sounds like their old stuff, and it's pretty cool. Nice. Still rocking. Still doing it. That's like the Rolling Stones, right? They're like pushing 80. Yeah. How old is Mick Jagger now? He's still rocking. Still Keith Richards. Everyone jokes about how Keith Richards, what's the joke? Like, if there's a nuclear blast, it'll be roaches and Keith Richards. Yeah. Like, he's still kicking. Still rocking. What's up with that, though? I want to ask, like, what would you rather be a politician or a rock star? Rock star, right? Right? Because it seems like the rock stars do a little better, even though they get wasted on all the drugs throughout their life. They're in their 80s doing just fine. These politicians are falling apart. What's going on? Still rocking out. I'd be interested in the comments for whoever is watching. I would love it to have you comment on what band or what musical acts
Yes.
or what performers you would like to see in the Sphere, because there's so many that come to mind, so many that I don't even like. Lady Gaga, I feel like isn't her show just like a spectacle? Like, who puts on like a spectacle of a show? Like, you know, like anyone who has like a giant production behind their music, I could see them doing really well in this space.
Yeah, let us know what you think. And so now that we've gone on and on about this, I want to thank you for watching this video. And please, I just got to tell you one thing. I've made it very difficult to subscribe to the channel. So don't bother going and looking to subscribe to the channel or to look for David Gavri, Gavri. Don't look for him and try to. He's made it difficult to find him as well.
Very exclusive, very difficult.
I would not hit the like button. That's hard. It's not easy to find there. So don't hit the like button. Don't subscribe to the channel. Don't share this, and certainly do not comment. It's hard to comment on this.
What do we do when people actually listen to that? They're like, all right, fine.
I'm going to keep telling you, though, don't do that. Don't subscribe to my channel, folks. All right. So anyway, David, I appreciate you stopping in with me.
Thanks to all of you for listening.
Yep. And remember, I am Rob Howe, Rockstar Realtor. You're watching me on my channel. That is easy to remember. And I'm all about houses and you. So until the next time, David will be back with me. And check us out on our live videos. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post one of the live videos we did. I had to put it on Facebook because we had trouble with, I had trouble with YouTube live stream. Eventually I'll figure out YouTube live stream. For now,
Rob was just so edgy they had to kick you off YouTube already.
Yeah, for now I'm going to share those things, repost them on YouTube so you can watch them as promised, because I did say that it was going to put those up. Anyway, folks, the last thing you need to do is have a fabulous day. See you around.